We are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Disclaimer, I am not a professional. Please watch these videos at your own risk. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Thank you. Friends and family on Discord and Telegram. Families and friends will prosper. Let's pick up for business. Okay, guys, we are marking up BAT USD. Basic attention token slash USD. So let's go on this higher time frame that we on. Let's look at price action. So BAT USD started off in November 97 and it looked like it consolidated and we got that push up to the top. Very simple. But let's draw some stuff in here. So what like the market did, it came from area support. We have an area resistance. So what's at the bottom must come up. So the market pushed up, and wow. So you see this long wick right here. This long wick right here shows that this is the identification that the market is going to put itself in this consolidation after we didn't see a push up after this. So that's why we see everything after this red and green candle side by side. Everything that's lined up under it is consolidated, and we can see it got well respected that it may not break because of this wick. So this long wick, these wicks are just showing that the market may not go up, but it's going to keep on dropping. So basically it's going to consolidate. That's what it's showing. Buy, sell, and then after here it created momentum here, and it did a full push up to the top. So let's go back to price. Let's go back where price started off at. I'm going to show you guys something from here. So I see a pattern besides this wick. So the market came up for that first leg, wasn't able to break, came back down to that support, or closer to support, to create enough momentum to try to push up again. The market wasn't able to break. So then we got that clear drop down to the bottom. But before it dropped down to the bottom, it came back down. It did drop down to the bottom, but it stopped for that double top. This candle, which is the green one, was the retest because we see that green wick that pushed up. It wasn't able to close out up there, nowhere near this area highs or the wicks. So then the market just dropped right down to back to previous areas of lower lows. So this area is already set and done. We see a double top, market came to lower lows. So what's come down, what's come back up. So market came back up, and we can see that wick right here that showed itself that it may not push further up just yet. It may have to come back down to come up, and it did. So once the market pushed back up, we're going to skip this part. So we see the push to say up the higher highs, and I see a formation. I'm going to demonstrate what I see. First leg, the second leg is somewhere between here because it consolidated, and go to third leg, and then we got that fourth leg. And the retest either happened at this doji or within here, but this area right here is basically consolidated. So the retest happened here, and then this whole area is kind of like the retest area, and then the market pushed up to new areas of higher highs. Okay, it's plain and simple. So to try to mark this up, it's going to be fun. Let's take a look. See how we're going to do this. So we do see that the overall trend is a uptrend. So let's just grab this area here and let's pull it up because I need to slice through. So this is price. So trying to have it respect the trend line. You can't do nothing like this. You can't do this. Wouldn't be right. There's a chance it could come back down in these areas, but we can identify that in a lower time frame. But for right now, this slices up near price. So price is somewhere here, and we really don't know how far price is going to go up. So what we're going to do is let's slice it up to this wick over here, bring it on over. Okay, so from there we did do market structure. We did figure out our overall trend is an uptrend. Now we have to add our SR lines. So that's where it gets tricky. It's but so much SR lines we can add here because there's nothing over here to the left. So let's mark this up to see if we can add, to see if we can see what's going on. So let's grab our SR lines. So we are looking for peaks. So there's a peak here. There's a peak here. When these peaks are close like this, I call these like double line of resistance. So this area may be hard to break, or it may be an important area for price to come back to return to come back up. So this candle may come back to return to go back up. Maybe not, you know. But it is an area, it probably was an area that was hard to break at one point. But we'll figure it out on a lower time frame. But that's how it looks for now. Maybe not. But for right now, for me, it looks like it. We have a peak here we can grab. We have another peak here we can grab. So like I said, these SR lines are very close together, so it may be an area price may be having an issue to break through, or had an issue to break through, and we can tell in the lower time frame. But for right now, let's see if we can still get some more markups in. I don't want to mark up too much because there's no way this market is going to come. It can't come back down, but there's no way that we're going to see all this down here from being at higher time frame. From experience, I'm going to add a little something because I have to. So the thing about it is we have to figure out what's going on in this area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the top of this wick right here, because we can see, look like this body of this bullish candle is trying to break this wick right here. So if price breaks that wick, it may go up further, it may not, but let's take a look. Let's grab that wick, and look like it did break it slightly. And then from there, let me see. Yeah, that's about so much we can do. So let's go down the time frame. See, okay, there's one more area we can probably add. It's maybe important. And I'm gonna grab this wick here. Cause we have to grab something. You know, we have to put something there on the table so we can see it. Because if not, we just be looking at air. You know, it's a whole white space of we don't know how far it's gonna drop. So at least we grab these wicks, we can see if price comes up to here, which is respecting our wick, it may just come down. If it does drop, it can drop down to this wick here. So we have to try to put something. If we had to go one more level up, let's just grab the top of this wick and let's see what it do. So when we go down the time frame, we can see if we can see if we can identify anything or something that's going on in the market. So if we go in a lower time frame, we're going to see if we can add SR lines. So what I see here, there's an area that need to be broken, which is this wick right here. Excuse me, which is this peak right here. I see another peak right here. I feel like we don't have much to work with when it comes to marking up the SR lines. So the only thing we have a choice to do is play around with these wicks. Something's telling me to grab this wick right to the top of this wick, because we can see that it's going to connect with this bottom wick. So I do feel like there's something going on in the market here. If not, we can take it off. If so, we can drop a wick here too. But right now, I'm just paying attention to these two, because we need an area for market price to go down to. So if we didn't have this SR line here, we would think that market was going to drop that to the SR line. But I do feel like there's something going on in this market, and I do want to grab something. So let's grab this wick right here. So if we take a look at what we trade, we do trade the breakout and retest pattern. So for example, if price is headed up, we wait for price to get to our red line, our blue line. We won't look for it to take entry here. We wait for it to completely break, to come back down, to retest, and then break up to the next level. Okay? So once again, we look for price to come up, touch our, not at our SR line, wait for it to break our SR line, to come back to our SR line. We look for entry. Once we find entry on the way up, we'll take it to the next TP of our SR line, and it's golden. Okay, so let's erase that. Let's head back over to price action. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. So whatever the market is doing, we can see that. So let's read the candle. So trying to identify what's going on is but so much work we can do in this area, because we only have 1, 2, 3 candles to really work with, and then price is definitely stuck in this area right here, this consolidation. So let's read. So the price was extremely bullish and it shot up, got this green bullish candle, and then the market became a doji. So when it became a doji, the next candle was a doji. It shows that the market is indecisive. The market don't know it's going to go up or it's going to go down. So the market may just go sideways, and that's what it looked like. It still kind of is in that, that gap of that consolidation, moving sideways. So what we're going to do is grab our rectangle. You're going to grab the highest high here. We're going to bring it down to, let's grab it down to this wick, because we ain't got much to grab. We don't want to just grab this. Let's grab this for now. If we got to tighten it up in a lower time frame, we can. So next we're going to figure out what pattern that we can figure out that's going on in this rectangle. The way we'll do this is we'll go to Google. We'll type in Forex pattern cheat sheets. That's Forex pattern cheat sheets. We'll go to images, and we will review all the images that has to do with patterns, so we can figure out what's going on in this market, what patterns form. Once we see the pattern form, we would take entry and take it up. Okay, if the market drops, let it drop, and if we can see that it catches on one of our SR lines, we look for entry again, and we'll take it up for the buy. So let's take a look at the lower time frame to see if we can see some type of pattern. And here we go. So as long as we grab that high to the lowest low area, all we gotta do is wait. So what else the market is going to do is going to identify itself. We can see that it is getting respected on our trend line. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag our trend line further down. Okay, we got some leakage here, so the market broke. It came back to retest. We actually can maybe, take our trend line and bend it slightly down here, so have that clean straight up like this. But we have an idea of what the market is going to do, what it's doing. So I see some type of pattern. I'm going to demonstrate what pattern may be forming is this. So the market came up from the bottom here, and once it got here, it lost momentum, so the market dropped. So this will be the first leg. This could be the second leg. I don't know how far the third leg can drop. Let's say it goes back to previous area of support, and the market can come back up and then retest. Get the retest, and once we get the retest, it's gone out of here. Back to previous areas of higher highs, or at least somewhere in these areas of higher highs, or new areas of higher highs. Because the price did come up here, but it didn't close out here. The wicks came up here, and it really closed out here. This is the most important area here. So once, let's say the candles come up and it closes above this red line, there's a chance it's going to go up to new levels, and we're looking for the price to go up to these wicks. And you gotta do section by section, and once it breaks out of this, you just gotta kind of just eyeball it to see how far it's going to go up, and pay attention to the momentum. Okay, let's clear our screen. It looks like it could do a double bottom. It may not. It could do a double top. It could do something like this. Market could come up. So this could be the first leg. This could be the second leg. The third leg could come up like this. The market could lose momentum because it may not break. It can get some wicks shooting up. So once you start seeing wicks shooting up, it definitely may drop, and the market could just drop back into previous areas of support to work its way back up. But we don't know. So right now we can see that price is getting well respected with our trend line. It looks good on our SR lines as well, even when it came down. We can see that I did clearly put our SR lines where they need to be, because when we look at the wicks on a lower time frame, they are touching our SR line, so it looks clean. So we don't know what the market's going to go up. We don't know the market's going to go down. It's just a waiting game right now. So it is consolidating. It is in a range. So you don't want to be looking for entry just yet, because you don't know if the market's going to drop down to previous areas, lower lows, it drop lower, or the market's going to consolidate like it's doing, or is it going to go to previous areas of higher highs, break this, and go to new areas of higher highs. So right now is a waiting game. There's no trade. You just got to wait till the market to figure out what it's going to do in here, and we'll take the trade as golden. So let's put something on the table just for guesswork, and it's not guesswork. They're saying it's for sure, as in more like, let's just try to put something on paper so we can have an idea on how to do things. Okay, so let's say if we see price entry here, and we're going to take it up to our next area. It's but so far we can take it because we don't have no space. We're not going to drag it all the way up to high highs because price may not make it there. So this wouldn't be an ideal spot. An ideal spot can be an area like here. Okay, so price can come up and return here, and if it breaks here, then we can look for price to return to previous areas of higher highs where the wicks touch. Okay, so right now it's a waiting game. Let's go down to a lower time frame. Let's see if we can tighten up our SR lines. So that's price. So we wouldn't put it here because we wouldn't want these candles to wick us out, because this area here wouldn't make sense. We could drag it down further. If we drag it down further right here, now we right under that wick, and let me see. Yeah, I think I see something's forming. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to call it out just yet, but this area right here, something's trying to form. I see a few things. I don't know if this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. They go to retest, the market can shoot up. That's what it looked like. So double bottom here, and we can see that it's in the uptrend. It's getting well respected and can break new areas of higher highs. Not 100% sure. I'm just playing guess games. That's what it looked like. But at the end of the day, as long as we wait, the market's going to identify itself, because this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these 7 candles in this area is. Hold on one second. So these 7 candles in this area is basically consolidating itself. Once we get that breakout here or that breakout here, we can tell the market's going to go down. We can tell the market's going to go up. I'm having the idea the market's going to go up to maybe probably this level here. And then once it breaks this, it's definitely going to probably go up higher. If not, the market's going to stay up here. So you'd have been here and took it for a buy. You would have sold, would have bought, would have sold, would have bought, would have sold. Back and forth into our in between our SR lines right here until we get that full breakout to the top or that full breakout to the bottom. If we did see the trade and it's going up to the upside, and you remember we are in the uptrend, so that's very important to know. So we aim for price to break. If this trade was legit and is ready to go now, this will be an amazing move. I am not reading these numbers, so we're going to skip that, but we have an idea of what's going on. So this will be an amazing trade if we see this pattern. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Thank you for watching and thank you for your attention. That was BAT USD.